Hi friends, welcome again to the Singer Studio. We've got a great video today. One of the most important decision you're ever going to make as a singer. So stick around, let's get into it. Okay, this video today is actually going to be part of a whole playlist of videos that I'm going to make. I've already written and planned them, which are intended to replicate the experience of going through 7 years of music school. I've got so much to talk about on this channel, and I'm going to put all these videos into a playlist, and I'm going to really beg you to go through all of them and work through them as if it was a music school. Finding the right singer teacher is the most important choice you will make. If I wanted to make money from these videos, I would do a video with, "Hey guys, I'm going to double your octave range in 5 weeks or your money back." And I promise you, I would have 2, 3, 4 million views. Do it now. Go into YouTube, type in "how to sing," and you will see video after video with millions of views, all wanting to sell you something. They are charlatans, every single one of them, and they get me so angry because you cannot learn to sing by buying a course. They are just interested in taking your money off you, and that is wrong. And it gets me very upset because by the time you've spent that money, not only have you wasted money on these courses that you could have invested in proper one-to-one lessons, but by the time you've got to the end of them, you're probably so confused and so demoralized that you might just walk away from actual vocal pedagogy forever. What a shame. I hate these videos. I really do. Having said that, there are many YouTube creators who are absolutely fantastic at talking about vocal technique. And I would not in any way like to denigrate their work, but what they're doing is having a general discussion with other like-minded sort of people who know so-called experts to increase our knowledge base. They're not teaching you to sing, nor are they selling you anything. People like David Jones, Michael Thrimble, I think his name is. These people talk fantastically about technique. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people that want to sell you a package or put a false video on to get loads of likes. You cannot learn to sing by doing somebody else's exercises. Why? Well, one of my first teachers, a truly legendary teacher, Rudolf Bieni, when I went to the Guildhall, would say that the teacher is the method, and lots of people have said that since. Every single person that comes into my studio is different, and I have to address their issues and their needs differently. There is not a one size fits all. There is no vocal method. You may have paid a lot of money and signed up to speech level singing or the Estill method or whatever it is they call it. It's just not good. It's not right. A thorough practice of bel canto technique will allow you to diagnose every single issue that a singer may have in many different ways so that you can best diagnose and correct and help that singer. Because when you go and find a teacher, you have vocal issues. When we're born, we're perfect. And then we start to speak and we develop mannerisms and we develop different ways of inhibiting our natural vocal development. A really great singing teacher will have an enormous knowledge base, able to get you back to the natural form of sound production. But the problem is that many singing teachers simply do not have enough knowledge. There's two sorts of singing teachers. There's the singing teacher who teaches because they absolutely love to teach. They get a joy from seeing people improve. They love the whole process of taking a voice, molding it, knocking the rough bits off, and taking it in a direction that both pupil and the teacher think is the right direction. These teachers will read every single book on vocal pedagogy. They will have studied the historical schools of singing. They will understand the different ways that the body reacts to voice production. They will have an enormous knowledge base that will never stop. To talk about Rudolf again, when I was a pupil at the Guildhall in the early 1990s, Rudolf was the most famous singing teacher of the world. Bryn Terfel was surfing the world's opera houses, and he was taught by Rudolf. But Rudolf told me he was off to New York to work with a singing teacher. I think it was Diane Sorbano. And I said, but Rudolph, you know everything. Why are you going to learn from somebody else? And he got quite cross and said, you think I know everything? I never stop learning. He was brilliant, a great, great man. There's that kind of singing teacher. And then there's the other kind of singing teacher. This singing teacher went to music school or engaged in vocal training because they wanted to be a great singer, but for some reason or other, it didn't work out for them. So plan B was to earn a living teaching singing. Often these singing teachers might have unresolved conflicts inside of them, which could impact negatively on the positivity of your lessons. I'll talk about that in a bit. They might not really be interested in vocal pedagogy. They might not be a little bit obsessed about all types of vocal production. They certainly won't be reading every single book about vocal pedagogy. They won't be watching every video. They won't be talking to people about different vocal issues. They will have a certain amount of knowledge that works with a certain amount of singers, and they'll stop there. This is the sort of singing teacher that might be very, very jealous should you wish to discuss with another singing teacher or have a difference of opinion. This is the sort of singing teacher that when you ask them a question will get very defensive and rather hostile. You don't want that kind of teacher. Unless the teacher has made and continues to make a deep and thorough study of all aspects of vocal pedagogy, it's very unlikely that that's the teacher for you. So don't be afraid to really search for a singing teacher. When you buy a house, it's a big investment and you see lots of different houses and you take time, or you should do. So why would you just go for a trial lesson, think, yeah, that'll do, and jump in? Don't be afraid to ask your potential singing teacher questions. Don't be afraid to ask them who they've taught already. Don't be afraid to ask questions for which you know the answer, maybe with a bit of prior research to see if they do have that vocal knowledge they brag about. Don't be afraid of anything like this because this is your life in their hands. If they get your voice wrong, they can damage your voice and potentially ruin your chances of being a successful singer. Positivity. All singing lessons should be in a positive framework. The pupil should enter the studio or come online if you're having online lessons, and they should be greeted with a positive attitude. The singing teacher should always find something good in every lesson. Often I've had lessons when I've had a cold or I'm teaching people who have a cold. We always try to find a positive note to end on or to focus on, or we always try to discover something. You always learn best if your lessons are steeped in positivity. That isn't to say that you should be lied to or you should be told false information about your actual quality or talent, but everybody should be aiming to sing to the best of their abilities. And if the singing teacher is taking out his or her frustrations on you, then they have to be an incredible teacher to make that worthwhile. I'm not even sure it's possible. Singing and teaching is based on trust. The teacher should be totally trustworthy. You should trust the teacher. You should be able to discuss all aspects of your life outside of singing with the teacher. They become like a second parent to you. The idea of mentoring is so important, and ideally, your singing teacher will be your mentor, somebody who you can refer to all through your singing career or as long as possible, and will be able to help you in every aspect. A really good singing teacher shouldn't be desperate. We've all seen on the various Facebook groups when somebody posts a problem they have, a student PM'd you. These people are desperate for pupils. Well, why? And it's kind of a hard thing to say, but don't be somebody's guinea pig. Us here, we're in the singer studio. You're in my studio. I care about you. Let somebody else be the guinea pig for the fledgling teacher who's learning to teach. You go with the teacher who really knows what they're talking about, who's had lots of experience. Don't be somebody's cash cow. You should never feel that somebody is teaching you just to make money. Of course, singing teachers charge, and the best ones charge very well, but it's an investment in your time. I personally have spent thousands and thousands of pounds of my own money on vocal lessons and vocal coaching, but that's allowed me to earn many, many, many times more money. So never begrudge paying somebody. Really, really, really take care of finding a singing teacher. Thanks again for watching. If you want to ask me any questions, I've got this Facebook group that I'm setting up. I'm hoping that's going to be active and we're going to have lots of discussions. You can always contact me there. There should be other videos here to watch. Please click on them. Please get involved. Please like and subscribe. Please share. I'm doing this out of my love for the industry. I'm not doing this for any other reason. I want to share my knowledge. So it would be lovely if you could help me grow this channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.